So, it's just a quick little tag video. I'll have to be very quick, and the descriptions are very quick because there's a lot of categories and I've got to fit it into that 15 minutes. But it's a little tag video. Sexiest fragrances. Yeah, I'm doing that list. I'm doing it. And there's lots of little categories. Obviously Andreas tagged me. I'm not sure whose tag it was originally, but if I know, I'll obviously message put that in the description. Okay, so let's get into the list. Now, of course, a good place to start is first date. And like Andreas, I'm going to do more from one house, and we all know which house I'm doing them from. Yes, it's Killian. So, first date. What Killian fragrance would be great for that? Well, I've gone for Angel Share. I think with the weather at the moment, and obviously you want to make a bit of an impression, but it's not overly loud or that strong or that in someone's face. But it's a very kind of classy, close contact cloud bubble. So they'll be able to smell you if they get close, but it won't be projecting to everyone in the room. And basically Angel Share is like a kind of cognac, kind of fruity cognac, but very sort of woody. It's more about the barrels, isn't it? That brandy soaked wood, touch of spice like cinnamon, there is a little bit of smoke in it for me, and it's just a beautiful, cosy, alluring scent to draw someone in. So for the first date is Angel Share. Now, after the first date, whatever that first date might be, next thing, I don't think in any particular order, would be clubbing. So what would I wear to go clubbing with this lady? You want to make a bit more of an impression, something a bit more oomph, something that fills the room a little more, stand out from all the sauvage there. So what I've chose is Good Girl Gone Bad. And the reason I picked Good Girl Gone Bad is because it's a louder fragrance. It's not too sweet. It's not too weird or anything like that. It's not cloying. It's just basically a musky, beautiful osmanthus fragrance, isn't it? With the touches of rose, jasmine, things like that in it. And it's enough to kind of smell elegant, smell my age, I suppose, and draw people in. So for clubbing, Good Girl Gone Bad. Next up is romantic, and I imagine this to be something like walking down by a riverside, having a nice walk through the woods like this. What I've picked for romantic is Back to Black, and that one again is another one of these quite sexy, elegant, sophisticated, smooth ones, where it's this beautiful sweet tobacco and honey, not honey tobacco, honey as well, some musk, tiny touch of the booziness, and a little bit of this kind of cherry touch, just a touch of cherry. It's not a cherry fragrance, it's this tiny bit of sort of fruitiness to it, and it's very, very, very magical. And I think that would be perfect for a kind of romantic walk, getting the wafts in the air, wanting to make them stand next to you much closer, etc. So that's Back to Black for a romantic moment. Now the next one is called Dinner and a Wink, and I'm thinking dinner and a bit of I don't know, light petting, second and a half bass, a little bit of how's your father, but not quite. So what I've gone for that one is Straight to Heaven. Now the reason I've picked that is this, I've said many times, it's not actually one of my favourites. Not a big lover of it, to be honest. It's very earthy, But of course our lovely Clemence describes it as some sultry guy in a bar with black, imagine black slick back hair, a little bit of designer stubble, a tux, these big seductive eyes. I mean, obviously this fragrance might only work on Clemence, and then I'm kind of buggered, aren't I, really? But I think it will be good for seducing your potential date, your potential partner, because if it has that effect on them, gets them to have kind of weak at the knees legs and go crazy over you, then why not? What I'd say is it's like a mixture of patchouli, brandy, obviously a bit woody, a little touch of musks, and that's kind of the gist of it. And apparently it smells very, very sophisticated, studly manly, so who wouldn't want to wear that? That's straight to heaven. And that's for dinner and a wink. So obviously it's got to winter now, and what I picked for a kind of winter date, some winter loving, is the very sophisticated and beautiful and magnificent Pearl Oud. You know, given it's March now, February, March, whatever, then for it to last that long, this girl would be special, so she deserves a bit of some of the finer ones. And Pearl Oud is just a magnificent, it is Killian's Oud style, but this is Oud done kind of just magically. It's a proper Oud. It's got a little bit of that more animalic touch to it. It's just wonderful. It's majestic, one would say, you know, Oud rose. I don't know where I'm walking here, by the way. You can tell this is all new. Some sort of swampland by the looks of it. I'll probably get eaten by a snake or a crocodile. But anyway, back to Pearl Oud. It's just very sophisticated, very elegant. It's obviously, it leaves quite a trail behind it. It's quite bold and statement making, and would work wonderfully in that kind of weather. So for winter, Pearl Oud. And then, as if within a blink of an eye, bloody hell, this relationship's going on a bit, isn't it? It will be summertime. Next, I think I'll walk the other way. This looks like Farmer's Field. I'll get shot. And for summertime, Playing with the Devil. Now that is, it's basically this very tropical, beautiful, you know, tropical fruits, sweet fruits, citruses, very sweet. I don't think it's got mango in it, but you know what I mean, that kind of mango, papyrus, all that kind of lovely juicy thing you get in a tropical fruit punch or whatever. And it's also got this depth, this kind of resinous warm base. Oh god, I'm scared here. It's gonna be a snake, isn't there? But it's very joyous and lovely. So that's for summer, Playing with the Devil. Okay, so now summer's passed, and really, it's time for that bedtime fragrance. I mean, been together all this time, you know. It's time to have a bit of a canoodle, isn't it? A bit of heavy cuddling, and obviously we're married by now. I mean, it's a bloody relationship that lasts longer than 4 seasons. Jesus, it's a miracle, isn't it? So what I'd wear for that? Well, come on, we all know, a bit of Rolling in Love. It's just meant for that, isn't it? It's just the soft kisses of soft skin. This almost like, not to get 50 Shades of Grey, but you know, you're lay on the bed just kissing every inch of their skin, and you've got the rays of light bouncing off their skin, and then them lines of dust across them as you sort of kiss them. You can see little bits of kiss, let's say, and just taking your time. It's that smooth touching of skin. It's as you know, it's musks, a little bit of white florals, possibly a bit of vanilla and things like that, and it's just a magical soft. It literally, the fragrance is like the coming together of two bodies, two entities, two souls intertwining, if you will. So for bedtime is Rolling in Love. Then it's what you'd like to smell on them. I think for me, Love Don't Be Shy would probably be the best one. It's a bit strong on me sometimes. I do love the fragrance, obviously. It's a beautiful fragrance, but I think I'd also really very much enjoy it on somebody else, and it would definitely bring me into wanting to get closer, more intimate, spend more time with them. And I suppose as we're married and we've just canoodled, they could share my fragrance, I guess, and I'd be willing to sort of spare them a few sprays of that. And it's, you know, it's that mixture of orange blossom, vanilla, marshmallow, musks. It's just a gorgeous seductive fragrance, really, isn't it? So for what I'd like to smell on them is Love Don't Be Shy. And okay, let's face it, this relationship's been going on far too long. I mean, it's got to this stage, you know, she hasn't killed me yet. I've not killed her yet, but let's face it, we're bored. We've had enough, we're tired. We want to see other people. So the last fragrance for this kind of sexy time fragrance would be to get rid of her and go out on the pub. And what would be better for that than Dark Lord? I mean, basically, the cracks started showing when she started wearing all my Killians, really, isn't it? She started spraying them on herself. I mean, they're mine. Where am I rolling in love? I don't think so, love. So it would be Dark Lord, wouldn't it? This bombastic, dark, dank, terrifying, overbearing, deep darkness of coffin wood and graveyards and mortuaries. That will get rid of her, and it will easily symbolise that the relationship is over. I mean, this is a Killian list. Dude for Greatness will be another great one, but we'll go for Dark Lord. It is, after all, a masterpiece, and let's face it, I imagine a divorce is a big thing in one's life. Not got there yet, but I think I'll probably be looking forward to a divorce more than a marriage, but there you go. So to sort of end it all is Dark Lord. So thanks for tagging me, Andreas. It was a fun one to do again. And I saw it's Josh Jane's, the wonderful Josh Jane, and her fantastic tags. Obviously I've changed a few of them round, and I'm not sure what the word sexy means. I'm at an age now where, yeah, but I hope I've kind of kept the spirit of the tag. So what about yourselves? What would you wear for this kind of, these date situations and etc. Alright, thanks folks, bye.